So I had a question. What will happen if Germany will start World War II in 1945? And it turned out to be crazy. So for first, we need to play as Germany, of course. And be sure that you have a good PC, or else... Now we are going to focus on everything, because we have 9 whole fucking years to be ready. We will not let anyone join our faction too, well, until I will start the war. So our allies won't die and I won't generate too much world tension, so I won't get embargoes. Let's reorganize Wehrmacht for first, to get that 5% of war support. Then let's go with recovering economy. I will cancel Mephobius even before we will select the focus. After we reorganize Wehrmacht, we will go ahead and take Chancellor Bormann. Why? Because he gives us massive buffs on our political advisor costs. After that, we will take the focus to reform our economy. Be sure to not spend any of your political power. And now, thanks to Bormann, we can select this advisor just for 100 political power. And after that, we will be able to change our economy to war economy for just 100 political power. After this, you can spend your political power on anything you want. Because, come on, you are going to be in peace for a long time. Fast forward now, the Spanish Civil War has started, and we send our troops there just for fun, and we also send an attaché to get their XP. We will also send one to Japan later on. It's 1938 and we are still building civs. And also it's time for Anschluss and Czechoslovakia, which we successfully do. Now we are slowly going to make military factories and dockyards, so be sure to not make anything in coastal states. We will still do the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact with Soviets. My goal here was to get Soviets to attack Poland and give half of it to me. That would give me a lot of new states that we could build in, and also because of our neutrality, we can research the latest version of medium tanks on 200% research bonus, which is crazy. We will make flamethrowers and SP artillery out of those. And also here are the templates of my divisions, both infantry and armored ones. And now that it's 1940, Italy declared war on Greece. We sent 7 divisions to Italy and they do a wonderful job entering Athens and capitulating Greece. Why did I rush here? Because I didn't really want Italians to fight allies. And as I said that, Soviets attacked Poland, and I knew that allies will make naval invasions into Soviets. That's why I sent 7 more divisions to Soviets, but sadly they didn't help them. Instead of focusing on the naval invasions that were getting bigger and bigger every day, focused their armored divisions in eastern Poland, the Ukraine part. And of course they got stuck there because of the supplies. Meanwhile, here in Fatherland, we were building our first ships. Those are the templates I'll be using, and also be sure to do the research so you can get maximum buffs for your templates. Also, here is the Air Force template that we will only use on our aircraft carriers, and this is just the normal Air Force template that you need to use too. We will in the end have like close to 200 plus ships, and don't get fooled by the number. These ships will destroy so much that you will just be shocked, okay? Now about Soviets. They managed to capitulate Romania, but that didn't help them though. I also did few encirclements in Ukraine and Russia, but that was just not enough. Allies entered Moscow, but still I had high hopes with them. I thought that I could keep Soviets going at least until the start of 1945, but they attacked Iran, which was the most stupid decision to do. Also, I failed to tell you that Japan also attacked allies. That surely did rise hopes for me, but everything I planned failed as Soviets capitulate to the allies. The same thing happened to the Japanese, and now that it's 1945, we can start our war. Interestingly, Italian AI wasn't that dumb and didn't attack allies until this moment. So when the year turned to 1945, I called the Italians into my faction, and surprisingly Spain joined the faction and war too, and I joined the war against the allies. Well, our first goal was to take Poland as fast as possible. Our tank divisions and our divisions with SP artillery, the normal ones, quickly cut off Danzig from Poland so they wouldn't get any allied support from the seas, and also closed few encirclements there. Our troops took Krakow out of their hands, and our armored divisions entered Warsaw. After we pushed through a little bit more, Poland capitulated capitulated. That was a very good success too. And now we were kinda stuck in Algeria, I'll be honest with you, and that was very bad for us because a lot of divisions were there and they were just not functioning, not doing anything good because we were getting attacked and they couldn't really push through us. There was just a stalemate. Big reminder, I did research all of naval invasion technologies, and that's why I select a full army to make the biggest naval invasion in World War II yet. This naval invasion will take place from Algeria to Libyan capital. We will take all of the ports in Algeria, in Libya, and in Tunis. Why we do this? Because we want to make a huge encirclement which will turn out very good later on. Keep watching and you will see that happening. Now this naval invasion surprisingly went out so good that every single division landed. We took all of the lands out of their control, we established very big supply lines, and we managed to take also Libyan capital, which was not on our goal, but we managed to do it. And after that we cut off all of the allied divisions that were in Algeria, Tunis, and half of Libya. And we cut them off in Libya, of course, because there is just 2 tiles. And guess what we managed to pull off here? We closed, shocking, mind-blowing. We managed to kill more than 200 divisions of the combined allies. 137 American and 113 British divisions and a lot of other guys there. This was crazy. For example, we had 1.1 million casualties from the allied side before closing this encirclement. And after we did close this encirclement, 2 million. We just killed 2 million divisions of the allies. This is crazy, bro. This is just the biggest encirclement I have ever done in my whole life. Probably this is more than anyone has done ever in HOI4. Probably, of course. Yeah, probably. And after that, we still continued to clean out the Mediterranean. While I was really planning to naval invade Greece, we got just amazing news from Russia. Russia has declared war on allies, specifically on Romania. Why is this good? It's because Russians are now our allies. I sent my divisions there, we capitulated the independent Ukraine first, which was pretty historic, and then I moved to close all of the Balkan nations. We capitulated Romania, we freed Bulgaria, our ally there. We also destroyed Portugal, which tried to attack us surprisingly, but it turned out pretty bad for them. We also freed all of Greece and some part of Turkey, which was also our ally. I failed to mention that. And now we attacked Yugoslavia to fully finish off all of the Balkans. Our divisions and our tanks specifically walked and marched to Yugoslavia like it was nothing, bro. And after that, we had another personal enemy of Führer, Hungary. Why Hungary? Because Hungary took from us Slovakia, because we just couldn't do anything with that. We couldn't risk it to fight in a war because I've promised you and I kept my promise. That's why we were not able to do that. But now that our hands are not tied, Hungary will get his justice. And after that, with a horrific war crimes, our divisions took control of all of Hungary, taking Budapest and, well, annexing all of it. Now I moved my armored divisions to Istanbul to cross the Istanbul and, well, start pushing through Turkey and free the Middle East from them too. Well, the main goal was here to free up the Suez Channel and also destroy the Allied naval domination in the Mediterranean Sea completely. That is exactly what we do. We take Egypt from their hands. We also move to Iran. We clean up all of Libya. They lose a lot of divisions there too. And I just leave my allies with Iran so they can just, you know, finish it up. Meanwhile, a very crazy thing happened in United States of America. Communists started a civil war against the government. You will definitely guess what I did here. I, of course, sent my divisions, almost all of them, to help the communists. And this turned out very well for us because the communists won the civil war and now they were fighting all of the allies with us. But very surprisingly for me, the communists declared war on us, and not like on every single member of faction, but specifically on German Reich and his puppets. For first, I did think that it's bad and stuff, but then I just realized that now I can take United States and not share anything with anyone else. That is exactly what we do. But now our forces forces or naval forces moved to English Channel, where our army was already prepared for the grand naval invasion into United Kingdom. Of course, as you would guess, this naval invasion turned out to be successful for us, and after taking London and moving to Scotland, United Kingdom capitulated, and with him capitulated all of the faction of allies. Now the world belonged to the Axis. The only thing left was Communist States of America. We of course got Canada, which helped us to gain access to them. That is exactly what we do. We just destroy Communist States of America and we take all of it. Just all of it. Now that the allies are gone, we got new information from Russia about their plans to kill our leader and the secret aid that they sent to the communist enemies. So we made a decision to kick Russia out of our faction. For that, we manipulated the rules of our faction by changing the section about which countries are eligible to be kicked out. After that, we kicked them out. Hearing this, the quick Brussels conference started, where Spain and Bulgaria declared neutrality on upcoming war against the Russians and left our faction. Our leader reacted to this in very good manner, saying that every country has its independent foreign policy and that he appreciates sovereignty of other nations. Even though some nations didn't accept it, most were on our side, and we formed the Northern Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. A few weeks after that, the war against Russians started. Our division started pushing through Russia like it was nothing, but the secret weapon was not yet being used. While others spent their time on fighting, our genius German engineers managed to make the atomic bomb, and the target was Moscow. And while our soldiers were marching in Russia, our strategic bombers successfully deployed the nuclear weapon on Moscow. In April 16, 1950, Moscow was vaporized from the earth. The German victory was certain. Shortly after bombing Moscow, our troops marched into Leningrad, Kiev, Moscow, and Stalingrad, and with the help of our collaboration governments, which we made in almost every major country, Russia capitulated. Now the new world order was established. Germans were controlling every corner of the earth. Now you got the answer to what will happen if Germany started World War II in 1945. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.